All right, this one's going to be on remuxing an MP4 into a MKV container. Technically, you can do this with any other container, but in this case, I have an MP4. But we're going to output it to an MKV file, mainly because MKV is open source, and I needed to do it because I want to add like subtitles and stuff like that to it, and it's much easier to manipulate, right? Anyways, how do we do this here? Now, this is not converting it. Converting it would be like, you know, re-encoding the audio and video and all that. We're not really doing that. We're just like extracting what's inside it and then putting it into an MKV container, right? That's what we're doing. Anyways, this is the video. It's let me mute it here just in case. Right, this is just a video, and you can see we have a bunch of subtitles and stuff like that here, right? So they have what's in here. They have Chinese and English audio. So this is dual audio. Also the subtitles, they have, what is that? Chinese subtitles in DVD format. Also English subtitles in DVD format. And that's it, right? Those two. So I want to remux this into an MKV, and how we do that? Real simple. If I remember the commands, or the one MKV remux. There you go. That's the one. So this is the command. Pretty simple. You use FFmpeg. We're gonna put the input file, which is our MP4 here. We're gonna map it all the tracks. So you know, if it has well, let me show you an example here. If it has a FFprobe, so this MP4 here, right? This MP4 here, just to confirm it, right? We had what was it, the video track, and also the two audio. In this case, this one was the Chinese one, and you can see it says default too, right? That was the default, and this one is an English track, the audio, and that one's not the default. Also the subtitles, you can see that the Chinese ones is the default. These DVD subtitles, they call it VOP subs, so that's another word for DVD subs here. And also they have the English subtitles, and also they have this extra data thing that we won't need, and there is an issue with that when we're doing this here, so I'll confirm it here. Anyways, you can see that that's what's inside of that MP4, right? Anyways, what do we do next? So this is the command that we're gonna use. Normally this would work, but there is an issue, and we will correct that. So anyways, we'll put in this video, and the output, we're gonna do same thing, but we're gonna change it to MKV, and that's it, right? Would this work? No, it wouldn't. The reason is that show you right here. See, I'll try to copy all of them, but MKVs, for whatever reason, doesn't like the data stream, like this stream right here. In this case, we're gonna get rid of this portion, or we're not gonna copy this portion, and it'll work with our MKV output, right? But it has everything else, like video, the two audios, and two subtitles, right? So that's what we're gonna be doing here. Anyways, let's do that command again, but we're gonna add in an extra, what was that, dot, let's see, a dot, dash map. We'll map another one. We do a -0 colon D, and this one will exclude any data streams from copying over to an MKV, right? So that's it. That's all you got to do. And now we're going to overwrite the other one that we just did. And there we go, right? And wait for it to output. So this one's not re-encoding anything. It's just copying it over. So, shouldn't take too long. But I am recording with it on here. And the other thing that we're going to do is, you saw the subtitles. It doesn't look very good, right? Because there's DVD subtitles, aka VOP subs, and they're like just instead of plain text, they're actually images that displays it. That's how they do it with DVDs, and I think Blu-rays they do that too. But anyways, we would actually convert that to plain text SRT, and it will look better when we're using on, like, our VLC, or what is that, Jellyfin, whatever it is that you're going to use it with, right? But anyways, that's our output. And you can see our MKV file here. We do probe again, and we'll use the MKV, and it should have all the same stuff, really, right? We have our video. It's in H.264, and our audio. You can see that this one is the Chinese one, and that's the default, right? And this one is our English audio. And here are our two DVD. And you can see it's the same matching. It's the Chinese one is the default subtitles, right? So on and so forth. So that's it. We got everything that we wanted, but without the data stream on our MKV. Next thing we want to do, or what I want to do personally, is I always want to get the English subtitles in DVD, or what they call this here. Let me show you an example here. This MKV here, right? So they call these VOP subs, right? And I want to convert these into SRT files, and then we're going to use this program. Or we got to extract this first. How do you extract this thing? Extract subs. No, what's here? This one. Oh yeah, here's something like this. Here we go. So this one, if I want to extract that MKV, and this one is on the way they do this in here is what was that? This track here is track 4 here, right? So you want to do 4, because I know that one is English. So I'm going to do 4, and we'll say English subs, right? And the output is IDX. Since these are VOP subs, right? You see these one, it says VOP subs here, aka DVD subtitles. They're not actual plain text. They're actually like binary type of thing. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna output it here, English subs, and we'll wait for that to finish. And then what we're gonna do is convert it using this program called VOP subs to SRT. And what that program does is that it uses Tesseract to OCR. OCR standing for ocular character recognition. Basically, it'll look at the picture and try to decipher if that's a letter or not, and then it'll convert it back to plain text, right? Anyways, we have these two files outputted right here, right? These two IDX and subs. The IDX files are like timestamps for our subtitles, and these are our subtitles in like a binary format. Basically, they're like pictures, right? So I'm going to use this program called VOP subs to SRT, and the way that this program works is that you type in the name of it, but not the extension. So you don't do like IDX or subs or anything like that, but you still need both of them in there. You need both of them in here, and you can see that when we do this, it will actually generate a SRT files for us. So we gotta wait a little bit here for it to do its thing. So I'm doing English right now, but if I was gonna do this for other languages, then you will need to install like other packages, like Tesseract, data SPA or something like that for Spanish, and so on and so forth, or with whatever other language that you're trying to convert back to plain text, right? Anyways, that's the program, and we're done now. So we have this SRT. Now this SRT is not perfect either, because we're doing an OCR, right? So you can see that most of these looks fine, but I don't know, for whatever reason it always like the eyes, like here, look at this, it always used the pipe sign for the eyes for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think it's maybe because of the font that they use on this movie or whatever it is, right? And plus it's an old movie, so maybe like a modern one would not have this issue, but it does happen. in here. So I always go in here and check if that's an issue, and it usually it always is. So what I would do is we'll do the same thing here, and I'll just replace everything with I space, and that's it. So if I check it again, if there's a pipe sign there or not, no, right? So that's it, right? And sometimes, you know, maybe the words are next to each other, stuff like that. But generally, that's what I do, and then I save it, and that's it. We have our SRT files. Now I want to put this SRT into this MKV, right? How would I do that? So otherwise, you can always use this externally. Like if you want to use this externally, all you gotta do is do en.srt here, since it's English. And let's demonstrate that out here. So you see here, look at this, right? We have our Chinese, English DVD, and also SRT externally. So see the SRT, it looks better because it's plain text, and you know, other programs outside of it, you can change colors and stuff like that. The DVD ones, you cannot do anything about it. So now if I want to package this into a single file like these two here, because I don't want to have it externally, mainly because you're gonna use it with what was that program, Erstat.TV, and that one, it does not like it to be externally for the setup I'm having to use. So we're gonna package it into a final package, and all of them will be in one file. So how do we do that? Pretty simple. We're gonna do, what is that thing called? Add English. There we go. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So if I want to do this, I'll just do our input.mkv file, and we want, oh, since this one's English, all right. What was that? No, that's the output. Oh, let me do that again here. It looks weird. Okay, so this one's the output. So Shown. Let's see here. Shown. I spell that right. Spell that right. Okay, there we go. So this one will be our output. And this one will be our input. There you go. And since this one is going to be a English subtitles, we'll just name it EN. You actually have to have the proper code. So it says EN here. If you don't know the code, what is the code for that? Lang code. What is that one? There you go, language code. So this one, this will give you the language code if you don't know, like, you know, whatever it is, if you're Spanish or something like that. Then you can see, where's the one? Spanish, right? So on and so forth. If you find your code, it's usually either 2 letters or 3 letters, however you want to do it. That would be your language code. But you put that in here, and then you can give it a name you want. This is really optional. What I put in English, and then point it to the SRT files that you're going to use. And that's pretty much it. It's going to output a new MKV file for us right now. And you see this is going to be our final one. It says was it output.mkv, right? So we'll wait for that to be finished, and you'll see that it has all our streams in there, right? Our video, 2 audio, 2 DVD subs, 1 SRT. So that's it, we're done. And you can see, we can confirm it here. So originally we have what was it, our original MKV file that we had. This one has up to 4, right, tracks here. Well, there's actually 5 total, you know, you're counting the 0, but you see up to 4 here, ID 4. And if you do the other one, what was the other one? Output, right? This is our final one. You can see that this one has 5 now because it has that new SRT files inside it, so nothing is external anymore, right? So we have that, and that's it, right? Other issues I have with this is that I wanted to change the default subtitles and also audio stream, because right now it's in let's do ffprobe here. We'll do that output command. Right, so right now we have what was that one default? You have a default? Right, so the default is a Chinese language. And what's the other one? And the other one is the default subtitles for well, we don't care about the Chinese one because you can actually have a default for each language. But if this one was ever like default, then when you use like Erstat TV, you can't really select a different English one, because you know, if that was the default, that would come first. But since this one is already default, then we don't really need to do anything. Otherwise, you would have to set it. But anyways, I want this to open as English dub, right? English audio. So how do I do that here? So the audio, we know that that one was audio 1. The way they do in here is, what was it? It's kind of different here. Maybe merge. The way they do it in here is a little bit different. You don't actually go by the track ID. So it will just go 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 3. That's just how they do it. They separate them by different categories, like if it's video, if it's audio, if it's subtitles. So it will just count by 1. So this one will be 1. This one will be 1, 2. This one will be 1, 2, 3, right? For the subtitles. So that's what we're going to be using here. So in this case, we're going to use mkv. What was that? The default. What was that one? Okay, here we go. If I want to make, you know, the audio 1, the default, I'll just go audio 1. I want to say 0 because that one was in Chinese, and audio 2. We'll set that to 1 as our default, and then we're gonna plug in that you know, output MKV, and that's it. It makes the changes, and you can see now if I do that command again, ffprobe, you'll see that where was that one? It says default. All right, so see now, like here it says English the default. If I see it again here, right? The Chinese one is not the default anymore. We edit that, and we have the English one as our default. So whenever I open the, you know, the video in like VLC or whatever it is, it's always gonna go English. I kind of like that for these old kung fu movies. I like the bad dubs on the English one. And same thing with this one. If you want to change it, you know, if this one was default, then you want to change it to you know, this one as our SRT files, whatever it is. Pretty much the same commands. What was the one here? So instead of like A1, would use like S1 or something like that. So instead of audio, you use S. And if you're doing this for video, unlikely to happen because usually you only have one video. But if you're using videos, then you would use V instead of that. Anyways, that's how we would change the default subtitles or audio or video, you know, to your MKV files. And that's pretty much it. That's the final output here. And I'll just, like, you know, put this in my Jellyfin, or if I'm doing this locally, I just play with like MPV or VLC or something like that. And that's how it will be the default. So whenever I open this, I can see on the top here, right, our subtitles. We have, if I was using Chinese, then that would be the default. If I'm using English, then the English one would be the SRT files and not the DVD subs, right? So DVD subs doesn't say default, all right? And as far as the audio, you can see that English is our default now, right? And so that's how that works. It probably doesn't matter if you can use like a local what was that player like VLC or something like that, or even like Jellyfin, you can change the audio stream. But with Erstat TV, you can't really change the subtitles once you program it. So that's why we're doing this here beforehand, just in case you have multiple subtitles of the same language. Now you have subtitles for different language, that's okay, because you can set the language. But if you have multiple English or something like that, you want to select one as your default, right? Anyways, hopefully that makes sense, and all these commands I'll post in the description. That'll be it for this one.